And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, we might as well call it the State Farm play of the game. This was just a marvelous piece of coordination between two teammates, completely in sync on the alley-oop.
Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Beverly and Harden man the backcourt. Smith is out there with Motiejunas, and it's Howard in at the pivot, manning the middle. Here Snell takes the 13-footer, will not go. This is off the front iron.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far, Steve.
And even if it's only a modest advantage that they have in that category, it's still a significant factor.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Now here's Heinrich. That's good.
Good, strong move, and not much defense there.
Rockets leading by 22. Here's Beverly. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Kicks it out to Harden. Those three-pointers off the mark.
Couldn't convert, but nice little two-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
It's blocked. Smith outside. Beverly dishes to Howard. And that one's good. Howard's got 12 points in just the second half. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And I love their hustle because they're getting a lot of second chance opportunities just as a result of playing hard. He's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Derrick Rose, born and raised on the south side of Chicago, now playing for his hometown Bulls. He even became a partner and endorser for Chicago's top deep dish pizza chain. He does represent this town.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for Smith. Now here's Beverly and Howard with the stuff.
You know, when he's in that tight with that kind of height advantage over the defender, that's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Three-pointer, Heinrich. Offensive rebound, and Sanders kicks to Rose. Pass to Snell. Outside Rose. Second chance shot. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. You talk about Derrick Rose's culinary interest. He's looked to change his diet for the better.
Yeah, he needed to, Kevin, because, you know, he was a big fan of candy when he came into the league. It was kind of his vice. He said he would eat up to 2 pounds of candy in one sitting. I mean, that's just crazy. But he's hired a personal chef. He's eating better. He's taking care of his body. And it's important, obviously, as you get older and you're dealing with injuries.
The free throw drops for Rose.
Derrick Rose has always had an effective floater. It's a must-have shot for any point guard. He said he developed it on the playgrounds of Southside Chicago. You didn't call fouls, so you just had to find a way to get your shot off before the contact.
No good on the second free throw. And Rose working to develop his floater with, Steve, his left hand as well.
Well, you don't see many players who can make a floater with either hand. I mean, something like that with his quickness, that would be impossible to defend.
Here's Rose, following the score by Trevor Ariza. The layup missed.
It's been a great day for them on the boards, Clark. That's definitely been a major factor in building this big lead.
And you know, from a number standpoint, the advantage might not be that large, but they have been manhandling them inside.
And their interior defense getting exposed once again. How many open looks at the rim are they going to allow?
Out left to the wing. Heinrich from outside. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 7th assist in the game. Rockets leading by 23. Now here's Beverly. Guys, we see teams taking a more data-driven approach. Analytics now, a big part of things. You see that in the front office. And Steve, that brings in some new faces.
Yeah, in fact, in the last 2 years, over a third of the NBA teams have hired new decision makers. So only a couple played in the league, the majority being, more of the analytical type. So there's definitely been a sea change in terms of NBA leadership.
Ariza, a screen on Rose. Beverly, the pass to Moniunas. Launches it. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And for basketball lifers looking for roles in front offices, I think it's natural to feel threatened by the influx of more analytical minds. The feeling is, and I think it's an accurate one, that those analytical minds are favored because a lot of the owners come from a similar educational background in terms of being comfortable with numbers and wanting to measure things more and attach value to measurements as opposed to feel and experience of playing.
Time to turn out the lights on this game.
I think they deserve a ton of credit for the way they played here today. Truly a professional display.
Chicago calls timeout. They trail by 21. 1:43 left in the game.
Well, I don't think the math guys are going away anytime soon in the NBA. I think the best organizations kind of take a holistic approach. They incorporate advanced stats and cap specialists, but there's also a lot of thought in terms of players who fit and experience and youth. It really is kind of one big concoction.
Now here's Brooks. Clock at 6. To the left wing from past the arc. Here's Mirotic, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Well, this is going to end in a lopsided victory, obviously. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness and the ability to close. You really have to give it up for the Rockets.
Clark, their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Well, they were disciplined and focused, I thought, all game long, Kevin. Excellent defense around the rim.
And so check it out, their record tonight. That'll mark win number 32 overall.
A little bit closer to the win now, and they'll be halfway to a sweep of the season series once they wrap this one up.
That's right. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Dwight Howard. He was extremely efficient offensively, getting looks, knocking down big shots all game long.
Here's Brewer. The Bulls getting the bucket. Here's Moniunas. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here.
The Rockets, of course, at the forefront or vanguard as far as advanced analytics go. Some in the NBA have scoffed, but hey, they're doing something right.
And as you guys know, the Rockets at the forefront technology-wise, too. You see coaches with electronic tablets.
Well, they installed flat-screen monitors in the locker room, highlighting stats and videos for players. So, they're trying to close the loop and create that line of communication between the numbers crunchers and the players themselves.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense.
At the line for the Rockets, Jason Terry, shooting.
And so he hits the technical free throw. The Rockets making a switch here. Howard's checked in. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Smith using his post moves to get the 2 points.
A serious game-clinching run. They've taking off here. Impressive.
No backing off. What a surge at the right time.
Muhammad dishes to Heinrich. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Remains Chicago ball. 13 seconds on the shot clock. 13.
Here is Heinrich. 13 feet away. Again, Chicago. So we see Houston taking the W here. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dreamlike games for a coach.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Josh, congratulations on the win. What elements of how the team played will you take into your next game?
Just the way we was able to help each other out on the defensive end. I was able to get out in the transition and then get some easy buckets. And we just got to keep playing unselfish. We got to keep sharing the basketball and limit our turnovers, and I think we'll be okay.
Josh, your team always dangerous out in transition. Thank you. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan player of the game, Dwight Howard.